Hey you guys, hi guys, how are you? I hope everybody's having a nice day out there. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome to my channel, Her Opinion. You already know what it is. I came here to give you my opinion. So today my room is a little bit dark because it's raining. It was raining in Johannesburg, you guys. But you know what? We needed the rain because the heat was just out of this world. Like, it was so hot. It was just too much. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. Today I'm going to be discussing a very, 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 very sensitive topic: signs that your partner is cheating on you. I know it's very, very sensitive, so I'm going to be giving disclaimers throughout the whole video because I think I need to. So let's get into the signs. So the first sign that you might notice is that your partner is spending less time with you. If they were spending too much time with you or a lot of time with you, and now you notice that there's a difference in the time that they spend with you, you might want to question that. But don't mistake it for someone that is maybe starting a new business, or maybe someone that is trying to invest in their education and studying a lot. Maybe they've got an exam coming or whatever the case might be. If they don't have an important commitment and they're spending less time with you, that's when you should question it. But if they're doing something with their lives, you might just want to give them space to study for exam, to start a new business. Maybe they're pulling in extra hours because they want a promotion or whatever the case might be. So you might just want to give them space. With that being said, I think proof is very, very, very important. You cannot just go to a person and accuse them of cheating. You have to have proof, in order for you to even talk about that. Because if you don't have proof and then you go to a person and then you start asking them questions, it sounds like an accusation, and you're going to come across as insecure, and we don't want that. So let's get into the second sign. The second sign is that this, I think, is going to be mostly referring to women, but it's fine. If your partner is spending less money on you, if you're that girl, your partner used to take you out on trips, give you money to go shopping, pay you your bills, they used to, like, your partner used to court you basically, and now you find yourself asking for things that he used to offer you in the beginning of the relationship. Maybe he gave you an allowance. I was never that lucky. I'm not that lucky. I don't know, God, but anyway, I mean, you get what I'm saying. If your partner is now all of a sudden spending less money on you, you might want to, question that, like, hey, what's going on, But then again, do not mistake it for someone that is trying to save for a house. They might be trying to save for a new car, or just have business investments, or whatever the case might be. So they don't want to now splurge on you. So don't mistake it with someone that's got other financial goals that they would like to attain. So you must be understanding in that fact. If someone has got financial goals that they would like to attain, that will work to their benefit and your benefit as well, then yeah, just don't question it. But if they don't have anything that they're trying to achieve, then you might want to question it. But then again, if he lost his job, maybe, or maybe if he got demoted, he's not getting paid as much as he used to, you might want to consider that as well. Only if there is no change in their financial situation, you should ask what's going on. But if there's changes, obviously, you might want to accommodate and support your partner. So let's get into the third sign. The third sign is that they're giving you money, but then they're spending less time with you. So you find yourself going to trips with your friends, you find yourself going shopping, but you're alone most of the times, and he or she is out there. They're out there, they're not with you, but they're giving you all this money, they're paying all your bills, they're paying for your trips, they just they're showering you with gifts all the time, or the very little time that they spend with you, when they come to you, they've got diamonds and bags and new cars and whatever the case might be, but they're not there physically with you. You might want to question that. Women, most of the times, most women, I'm not talking for every woman here, they like their men to spend their time with them, because time is very valuable. The time is very valuable. If somebody spends their time with you, yeah, you might just want to, we value that as women, especially if it's a very busy man and he spends time with you, then you know that he's prioritizing you, and you know that you're as important as the next business deal or whatever the case might be. So if they're spending less time with you and they're giving you more money, they might be compensating. They might be compensating because now they're with another woman, and when you ask a question, they might even tell you that, don't I give you money, don't I take care of everything, why are you complaining? So the money is just to shut you up. The money is just so that you don't complain. I'm sorry, but that's just, it's how it is. I'm sorry. Anyway, with that being said, I would also like to say this. If you find that your partner is cheating on you, what you do in that situation, it is entirely up to you. It is your business. Whether you decide to stay, whether you decide to leave, it is not up to your friends, it is not up to your family. It is an individual decision that you have to take by yourself, for yourself, because you're the only one that is going to be living in that situation. So nobody has got the right to tell you what to do and what not to do. So yeah, man. The top sign you want to look out for is if your partner's phone is always off. If their phone is always off, or maybe it might be on but it never rings. If their phone is on flight mode, you might want to question that. If their phone is always on silent, you might want to question that. If they do not take calls in your presence, they always have to excuse themselves in order to take a call, you might want to question that as well. But if you guys have been dating for about, maybe let's say 2 weeks, a month or so, and you guys don't have titles as yet, he hasn't said, hey, I love you, you're my girlfriend, I want to be with you, let's try this out. When he's excusing himself, saying, hey, I have to take this phone in the bedroom or in the restroom, whatever the case might be, you've got no right to ask him any questions. Same goes for girls. If your girl's phone is always face down or whatever the case might be, and you guys have been dating for 2 weeks, she's basically just trying to see if you're the guy for him, or yeah. So if it's earlier in the relationship and people are not open, don't question it, because you might come across as, I don't know, too much. Yeah, I know you get what I'm saying. It must come across as too much. So, but if you guys are comfortable with each other, if you've been dating for like a long time, 6 months or a year, and then all of a sudden his phone is always off, all of a sudden his phone is face down, and this goes for him or her. I'm not saying specifically men, I'm not saying specifically women. This is for both genders. Yeah, so you might the phone might also give out a clue. And with that being said, I would like to say this. If your partner is showing maybe 5 or 6 of the signs, that's when you should worry. But if they're showing maybe 1 or 2 signs, like, I wouldn't worry about 1 or 2 signs. But then if they're showing 5 to 6, that's when you should be a detective, gather your little evidence, and then ask, hey, what's going on? Okay, the next sign is that you feel it in your gut feeling that something is wrong. How many times have you felt that something is wrong and you didn't listen to your gut feeling? For me, it happened like a couple of times. Our gut feeling is always, not always, but 99% of the time, your gut feeling is always right. So you must listen to your gut feeling. If your gut feeling is telling you something's not right in this relationship, then just look for other signs and listen to your gut feeling. Gather your little evidence, because your gut feeling is telling you that something is not right. You don't want to ignore your gut feeling. That's God talking to you. That's that inner voice that you always ignore. So you want to pay attention to that voice, because it helps. And the next sign is that they get irritated by the smallest things that didn't used to irritate them anymore. So if you leave a teaspoon in the sink, for instance, and then all of a sudden it becomes such a big deal, but then it never was a big deal, then there might be a problem. If there's too much arguing, there are times in a relationship whereby people don't see eye to eye, they don't get along, but then if it happens too often, maybe now it's like you know, almost every day, and you guys are arguing about little things like why didn't you, you know, put a new toilet roll in the toilet, you know, and then all of a sudden it becomes a big thing. You know, that might be a sign that yeah, something is wrong there. Something is wrong. If someone is getting upset because of nothing, you know, yeah, just question that. But then also I've noticed that when people are going through a lot, if they have stress in their lives, little things can trigger them. They can be triggered by little things. But if there's nothing going on in your partner's life, they're completely okay, and they're just complaining about, you know, something small, and you're just being annoying, you might want to question that. I would raise my eyebrow. I would be like, what's going on? You know, yeah. And the seventh sign, I'd say change in interest. You know what you and your partners like to do. You know, if you guys like to go to picnics and then attend like jazz concerts, and like, you know how he likes spending his time, the kind of music that he likes, the kind of food that he likes, and then all of a sudden he's changing or she's changing. You know, your partner doesn't like the things that they used to like before. They used to like your cooking. Now your cooking is not good enough. It tastes very bad. Their favorite dish all of a sudden just, you know, it repels them. It's disgusting. You know, they don't want it anymore. They critique everything that you do. When you're like, oh, let's go out for a picnic, they used to like picnics. Now they don't want picnics anymore. Everything that used to interest them, it doesn't interest them anymore. You know, now they've got new in, like, you know what, guys, I know people get bored easily. I'm one of those people. I get bored. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. So don't mistake it with someone that's trying to, maybe if your partner's used to you guys going to hip-hop concerts, now he wants to change it up and be like, let's go to a jazz concert. Maybe it's just trying something new. But what are the odds? What are the odds? Yeah, you know, that example was not a you know, a good example, but you get what I'm saying. If there's too many changes in his interests, you might want to question, why did he or she change whatever it is that they're interested in, you know. And then change in schedule. If your partner keeps on canceling on you, you know, they make plans with you and then they don't follow through on your plans, you might want to question that. Again, here's another disclaimer. You know, life happens, things come up. You know, you guys might set a date and be like, okay, on Friday night we're going out, but then something will come up. Maybe he has to work late or she has to work late or whatever the case might be. Maybe, you know, I don't know, you know, something important comes up, then he changes and then he says, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Now that's understandable. You want to empathize with that and you want to be an understanding person. You know, you don't want to get angry for nothing, you know. But then if they consistently changing their plans, you know, they might be juggling two relationships at the same time. So they kind of like don't know what to do. You know, the schedules is just, it's everywhere, you know. Yeah, so you might want to question that. So with that being said, guys, I hope I helped. You know, let me know what you think of everything that I've said in this video. And I think people should just stop cheating on people. If you don't like a person anymore, tell them that you don't like them anymore, you know, and just rather leave them and then go and start a new relationship with someone. And men, sometimes they like to claim that they're not monogamous naturally. And I highly disagree with that. You know, you're human before you are a man. I'm human before I'm a woman. There's no need to now deceive another person and hurt another person. There's people out there that are open for open relationships. If you know you want multiple partners, tell a person, hey, you know what, I like you, but I don't want to commit myself to you alone. I like multiple partners. Some women actually will be for that and will be with that, and they'll still love you, you know. And then some women will be like, hell no, I don't want that. And you should let those ones free, you know. If she doesn't want that, there's no need to lie. There's no need. And then when you lie to them, things go bad in your life. You're gonna ask why, you know. It's because you're busy deceiving people, you know, which is not okay, you know. The same thing goes for women as well. Stop cheating on these men. If we did something wrong, don't cheat on him just for revenge. If he cheated on you and you decide to stay, there's no need now for you to go and do the same thing that he did, or whatever the case may be. Don't do it out of being petty. You know, guys, let's love each other, let's just respect each other, and let's just take care of each other. Like, it's that simple. So thank you so much for watching. In my next videos, I'm going to be talking about self-love, self-respect, women, and how the society think that we don't respect each other, you know. Yeah, anyway, bye guys. I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. For me, this was a nice day, so thank you so much. Bye.